Yo, what it do? What it do? It's a Tuesday night. We back off up in this thing, man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it. Rolex Risky, Chris Blake, man. Let's have a good time tonight, dog. Let's jump straight in, man. What is blackness? Who is black? I feel like we should have been like a early '90s hip hop show. I should have brought out. Remember they had an old. They used to wear like the little black uh Africa medallions. Remember that? Them little.
Man, why can't you find one of them today? You know what, man? Write that shit down, bro. I'm gonna find one of them hoes. Yeah, nigga. Hey, yo, appreciate that. God damn.
Yeah, them used to be hard, bro.
This whole Pan-African
Look how you popped it. Like let me
What
get
the fuck is-
click.
Oh yeah, no bullshit. I'm writing that shit down. What the fuck wrong with Umar? All this whole blackity black shit. Nigga ain't wore one medallion with the red, black, and green on that motherfucker. The leather joint.
Yeah, the
leather
leather
circle joint.
Yeah, man.
Niggas
Those
ain't
was
real,
hard.
man.
Those
What's wrong
was
with
hard
niggas,
back
man?
in the day, bro.
Yo, man. I'm gonna call that hoe. I don't even know the name of it. I call it blackity black medallion. Yo.
We in there, man. All right, let's go though, man. This conversation, man. If y'all just joining us, man, on Wednesday nights, that's the big show. That's the main show where we talk about relationships and the culture. On Tuesday, we jump on, man, chop it up about different topics, different stuff trending. And right now, man, we want to really just talk about, just blackness, because there's been a lot, in the black Twitter, in the areas about different stuff going on, man. And it's funny, in talking about this, like defining it, because I'm seeing a lot of. Well, let me not go there. Let's just talk this way first, Chris.
You about to call him out, won't you?
Nah. I want to get to it, but I just want to kind of take my time with it, right? Because I think, when was it that, like, when I say we, I'm talking about so-called African Americans, ADOS, foundational Black Americans, whatever label you want to put on it, right?
When the fuck we gonna find a name?
No. I'm just saying, whatever label you want to put on us. When was it that, like, the people that were here, that we just started accepting everybody under the banner, right? So, like, you know what I mean? Like, we just, like, West Indians, like, we just bring everybody into the Africa. We just bring everybody under the black banner. You know what I'm saying? Like, was that like the 70s, 80s? I don't know when that was.
70s, 80s. Because think about it, fam. And this is something we'll touch on. They black ass went over here until after the civil rights movement. All right, they halfway black or not foundational black ass went over here before pre-civil rights, so they couldn't even come. Right. They couldn't even come here. So it's like, I'm pretty sure it was the 70s, 80s, probably 80s, 90s, to be honest with you.
And we just started saying, like, yo, if you look like us, you know what I'm saying, we're just going you us.
Well, actually, wait a minute, because you got the I know black poppy. I don't know what a Haitian would say. I know it's black. I know it's black. How the fuck do you say that shit in French, yo?
They say that shit in French for real.
I'm not black. No, I'm not black. What do you mean? Like, I don't know how them niggas talk, but like, so it had to be by like I say 90s, bro, 80s, 90s before like everybody, because prior to everybody was from their own country. They never said like the color thing because that's the caste system that's over here. So I guess it's probably about 80s, 90s, man. I'll say that shit.
And look, I know somebody's gonna say, well, yo, Marcus Garvey was a Pan-Africanist. I know, I'm talking about in large numbers, right? I'm not discounting something like, because Marcus Garvey was on the Pan-Africanism, you know what I'm saying?
What's that?
I'm talking about like in large numbers, we just like everybody just was like, yeah, he black. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she black. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter like what it was. And the reason like that became important. Hold on. Courtney said, I like this topic. Let's go. The reason that became important, though, you know what I'm saying? At least to me, I think it's important to kind of try to define that up top, because I feel like now where we are in 2022, I see a lot of Jamaicans, not Africans, you know what I'm saying? Dominican, whoever. I see a lot of them going out of their way a lot of times to make sure people know that, like, yo, I'm not black. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? I'm not black. I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you can't represent where you're from, right? You know what I'm saying? Do that. But here's what I am here to say, though.
Because something needs to be said, because some of these niggas is wild.
Nah, here's what I'm here to say, though. Like, for example, right now in the UFC, you have 3 Nigerian UFC champions. Israel, what's his name? Yeah, then you got
Kamaru Usman.
And one more, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name, though.
Yeah, 3 of them. And they all were talking about how, like, it's so, like, because they were talking about like, yo, Usman might be fighting the Israel, right? They're talking about that may be a fight that could potentially happen, right,
They
down the
shouldn't
line.
do that. Ooh, yeah.
Is it Usman? Whoever the middleweight, I think it's Usman.
Yeah, Kamaru Usman. Yep.
Right, Francis, there you go. Yeah, Ngannou or something
Francis
like that. Right?
Ngannou is the heavyweight. Nobody should fight him.
Yeah, but no. So they were talking about possibly like Usman and Israel Asante fighting, right? And Usman was like, yo, you know, if they threw like $100 million at us, maybe might have to go and get it. He was like, but other than that, he was like, it's more important to have 3 African champions than to just have one, right? And he was like, yeah, right. And he was, you know what I'm saying, like every time he talked to message, right? Every time he talked to Israel, he always talks about how dope it is that they have Nigerian champions, that they have African champions, right? They're not saying like black. They're being very specific, right?
Can't blame them.
Right. And I'm not. I don't want nobody to think I'm taking a shot at nobody. But here's what I am going to say. And I don't disagree with this part. And I'll let you take it from here. If you want to be whoever you are from wherever you from, that's fine with me. I just need the nigga privileges back. That's what I'm going to need back. I got to get those up out you, fam.
That makes sense.
I got to get all the little nigga privileges. I need those now because now you're saying you're not a part of that, right?
Yeah. They a part of the shit just when it's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that.
You're right.
I need that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come and like try to get up under our banner, under our umbrella when it's convenient. To your point, and I'll let you run with it because you were talking about a minute ago that like, yo, shit really popped off. Niggas started poking their heads out after that civil rights movement. Like, yo, is it good? We good?
Oh yeah. They threw kicking them other niggas' ass. All right, let's go. Come on, round it up. Come on. Get your boat shoes and your bow tie. Them niggas wear sweatpants and tuxedo shoes. That's why that was their uniform before they came over here. They called that the fresh off the boat look in Houston. That's what he say about the Nigerians. Not dissing them niggas, just saying like the fresh off the boat look was some shit that was like, damn, nigga, you going to prom or you going to war? Like, which one you going to, niggas?
Damn.
But yeah, but straight up though, like see the black thing, man. Like when you put that tag on a motherfucker, that kind of strips you of your culture. It's like black. What the fuck is black? We're still trying to figure out what the fuck black is. What the fuck is white? None of us are that color. Nobody, and I wish we were bigger so people could hear, which we're big, but not, you know what I mean? But like the caste system, bro, that's all that shit is. It's a social construct. It's not real. It's a power struggle, all that shit. But it's like at the end of the day, what's tied to those colors other than just the people who been at each other's throats? Or better yet, the people we've been getting shit on. We never been at their throat really. But at the end of the rain, it's just like, bro, it doesn't represent an actual culture. It's just a fucking idea. So for them to just like rep Africa, it's like you can't rep black because black ain't nothing. It's just, it's just what they did to separate. So I get that, but they ain't never said nothing ill though. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but they ain't never said nothing like talking about black Americans in a disparaging way.
Are you sure about that?
That I know of. Okay, I say that.
I think what you're talking about is in large numbers, right? Because right now, if you go online right now, they talk. Listen, it's a lot of Akata talk right now online.
Oh yeah, Akatas. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they might say it in the dark. But like, you know what I mean? It's just when you come over here to the States, man, it's just what it is. If you're of a darker hue, you're black. If you're of a lighter hue, you're white. And the people who kind of in between and beige and shit, it's just down the middle. You don't even know. You just like, fuck, I pick a side depending on what my flavor is, you know?
That's right. So
it's like, I feel them, man. Like if I was African, I'd say African, and I'd be like, okay, if I had to mark race, because like you got the whole thing about what do you call it? Fuck, ethnicity versus race.
Right.
So it's like, I guess that's what they rep the, they rep the ethnicity, nationality first, and then race, afterwards. You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like that's what they doing. But I totally feel what you saying though. Motherfuckers only be, man, and you know how they had a saying, man, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Mm-hmm. That ain't true. That's not true. They just want to do the cool shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want the treatment. Don't nobody want the marginalization. None of that shit. So if you got a stronger team, you're gonna represent that team first, and then what you are by default, that's what you are. But it's like, shit, But you're right though. Damn, man, they don't rep the shit like that. But at the end of the day, you can't tell me you can't find any video of Kamaru Usman saying nigga though. Kamaru Usman and Ngannou, Israel,
I think
Izzy,
Izzy.
definitely.
I've heard Izzy get a couple niggas out.
Yeah, but Izzy will say he black though. I've heard him say that before. You know what I mean? Because I watched the Flagrant 2 pod, and he be on that joint sometimes, and he rep the black shit. He don't be like, I'm Nigerian. He said, but he does say, I'm a black man. You know what I mean? So it's like, I fuck with that. But he more hip. You know what I mean? Like Ngannou and Usman, they just fighters, man. They kind of still got the fresh off the boat era. You know what I'm saying? The era of a nigga who fresh off the boat, kind of. So they don't really get down like that. I don't even think they care about the cool shit about being black. They just fucking... Who do I fight? You know what I'm saying? Who do I fight, bro?
Shout out to Courtney in the chat. Courtney was riding. He said, if that's not, I think he replied when I said we need those nigga privileges back. He said, if that's not what someone used to call your grandfather in public, we need that back.
And I feel him on that, man. Because honestly, when you think about it, what did we get out of being black over here? We got the ability to enjoy what white people have been enjoying for hundreds of years. That's it. And then we got the privilege to use the word nigga. Flip the shit on them. It used to be nigger. We turned it into nigga. So it's like, yo, what else we get out of that shit?
Hey,
Let us have that.
Michael got a good point. He said white folks classify them dudes as black. That's a good point. Maybe they're not even really class. Maybe when they coming over here, they don't even want to get under that umbrella. But white folks is putting that jacket on them. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, like I said, it's by default, fool.
They like, nah, you black, go on over there.
Yeah, it's by default, man. But one thing I do like about that mentality, which does set them apart from blacks, American blacks, he said, no, I'd rather have 3 African champions.
Yeah, yes. Fact.
Nigga, you put 3 black niggas up there, they gonna fight. They like, yeah, no, fuck that motherfucker. I'm gonna beat the shit out there. Man, come on, fam. Come on, fam. So I gotta respect them. Technically, they ain't culturally, because culturally, black Americans be at each other's throat like fucking that, dude. So it's like cool to see somebody who actually understands the value of something as opposed to some monetary shit. You know what I mean? Like the value of having 3 African champions is dope. But we would be like, no, I could whoop that motherfucker ass because we really competitive with each other. You know what I mean? And it's like, nah. But it should be how they talking though. But they, you know what I mean? But like homie said, they black because that's what white cats classify them as. Because I mean, they can't be white. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But okay, so the problem that I'm starting to have is it was a recent podcast I saw where it was a young lady. I think she was maybe Haitian. And she was saying that like she
another Haitian? I know we're gonna talk about the other Haitian shit, but the Haitians is wilding. What's wrong with them niggas?
Listen, Kodak Black got them gassed up.
They was just getting wrangled up by rope and fucking lasso a couple months ago. Now they fucking poking their chest out. What the fuck wrong with these niggas?
But no, she was saying, yeah, that shit was wild though. They was out there.
Joe,
but that was wild shit.
Man, and now they want to talk shit. But go ahead, fam. My bad. Man,
yeah, no,
she get mad on this motherfucker for real.
She said, yo, I can't date American black men because y'all have no culture. And I thought that was like very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting there looking at her, the way she's dressed, the way she's talking, and I'm thinking to myself, bitch, like you do know everything you're doing right now is our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Hey man, I kind of miss podcasting when black people couldn't do it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They're giving too many of you Negroes mics, man. I swear to God, I started listening to the podcast like 2012, 13. Mark Maron, fucking the champs. It was Neil Brennan, the co-creator of the Dave Chappelle show. I listened to the Billboard Monday morning shit, like 2015. Man, we got these mics. We turning that shit into love and hip hop.
Damn.
Like I'm sick of that shit, man. Cause that she don't mean that. She don't mean that, bro. That's a motherfucking troll to get clicks. Cause she know we gonna see that shit. Come on, as soon as that type of shit make it to Twitter, motherfuckers gonna retweet it, say, "Oh, look at what they doing." Then the whole diaspora war start, cause you know, man. One thing about being black, we gonna find a way to not like each other. God damn it, shit. No matter what part of the diaspora you from, we gonna find a way to dislike each other, bro.
She said, "Y'all over here ain't got no culture." Let me play. I think I just found it. Hold on,
man.
Play this, y'all, man. Let me play a little.
The culture. We are the culture.
There we go. I found it. Hold on. She was like, "Nah, I can't mess with you Negroes." And shout out to their podcast. I don't know the name of it. I'll find it here in a second. I want to give them full credit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play it without giving them credit. But I just want to play a little bit of this of her. Let's get this up on the screen. Here she goes talking about y'all ain't got no culture, man.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I can't do Americans. I need somebody with culture. I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture. Keep rolling. Americans don't have
Y'all
culture.
got culture.
We got
Like,
the culture. We are the culture.
who the
We
culture?
are the culture.
That's
Globally, they know about Black Americans.
No, hold on. We not
Globally, they know about Black
But
Americans.
you gotta remember 1804, baby. I'm the one that won the
American. We not gonna use the word American.
Yeah, Black Americans.
I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
We
fine,
are the
but listen,
culture.
1804. I'm the reason why you have your
I hate.
independence.
That's the part I hate about
Haitians was the
Caribbean
first
people, though.
free independent.
Okay, there we go. Let me stop her because clearly she don't know history. 'Cause she talking about 1804, and listen, shout out to Haiti in 1804, right? But like,
that was some dope shit, man. I get them. That was some dope shit.
yeah,
to do.
but after that, hold on. But after that 1804 run, like now you over here, bitch. Like no
You know
disrespect,
why?
but you know what I'm saying.
You know why they over here? Because everywhere else sanction their ass out of everything. They had to pay. They had to pay reparations to France.
Yeah, that's what she goes on to say in this clip. She was like, "Yeah, the reason we ain't got no money because now she popping her shit about how we did this, we got free and da. And then I think old boy said something like, "Yo, so why the fuck you over here?" She's like, "Yeah, because France owe us money." Well, go get your fucking money then. Don't talk to
France
me
owe
about it.
y'all money? No, nigga,
Yeah.
you owe France money still.
He said they owe out. They I don't know, something to that effect. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on. If I'm broke and I know a nigga owe me money and I know where he is, I gotta go see that man. Like, yo, I need that pimp.
What the fuck they going? Haiti ain't got no goddamn army. What they gonna fight? What they gonna get over there?
I didn't say
On
that.
banana boats?
Her little goofy ass said it.
Man, look, and you know what? I ain't even gonna do that, man, because I'm clearly some two goofy young ladies right there. So I ain't gonna do that shit dissing Haiti. I mean, shout out to them for that shit. What's nigga name? Tucson Overture, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. That was some dope shit they did. But man, they gotta. Hey man, I'm getting tired of us turning podcasting into love and hip hop, man. Like that was nothing meaningful coming from that conversation. That was just straight up finding two birds. How do we know the bitches even Haitian? I don't even know if they Haitian, bro. Them look like hoe from Sunnyside. Them
God damn.
like two bitches from Sunnyside, bro. Who just got their taxes, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
Just got
Them two hoes from Sunnyside just got their taxes, G. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, it's like, what are you? I mean, what you know? Are you taking money back to Haiti, building it up? So not only okay, so we got France fucked them over, America fucked them over too. Then the Clintons went over there and cleaned up after the earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fam, y'all should be trying to find a way to, you know what I mean? Like, fucking keep the peace. But they don't speak for everybody. I believe most Haitians, man, be on some cool shit because they understand, man, ain't no sense of it. It really don't make no sense to be like that, bro.
Yeah,
they call the shit the diaspora wars.
But what about her when she talks about culture, right? She said, Black American.
Okay.
What is, and me and my homeboy Cash have this conversation a lot, and we've basically come to two realizations. Is that one, I think that there used to be a clearly defined Black American culture. I think that was something that I could have defined for you in the 80s and 90s. I think now, unfortunately or unfortunately, I think now the culture is hip hop. In terms of if I had to like try to define it quickly, it'd just be like, yeah, you know, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I think before that it wasn't hip hop, but I don't know. What say you? If you
the culture influenced hip hop, because remember the hip hop cats was 5%ers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 5%ers and nation cats. You know what I mean? So that was, you know, we had a better sense of self, but we got away from that because now we got. I check for instance, like technically we crack babies, right? You know, mid 80s, early 80s, motherfuckers. So like then we came out with the crack babies. Mm-hmm. Now we got the crack babies grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And we still ain't recovered from crack.
Facts. In
my opinion. I believe crack did more damage to us than a lot of shit, man. We had some shit together. So it's like what culture became, it's almost a cesspool now, bro. It ain't too much positivity out there with us, man. It's a lot of fucking degeneracy. And I feel her on that, but I don't think she wasn't eloquent enough to probably put it that way. She like, man, I see y'all culture, and that shit is a lot of debauchery.
Yeah, because can hip hop fully be a culture?
No, that's just a cesspool, my nigga. Like nothing good comes. What? Hip hop gave us J. Cole. It's giving us J. Cole, who whenever he want to drop, he drop. Kendrick. Them the two names they mentioned. Outside of that, man, you got NBA YoungBoy, you got Kodak Black, you got fucking Future, you got 21. Look at that subject matter. And I listen to the shit. But let's quit acting like that's culture, nigga. No, man, that shit is ridiculous. No, dog, that's not. that shit don't feed you, man. That shit that they be on, that shit don't feed nobody, man. So like that's what our culture is now. But at the end of the day, though, that's almost America's top export. Think about it. Hip hop is influencing the world, and even though some of the imagery is negative, a lot of it's negative. It's very misogynist. But man, that shit has influenced the world.
Shit, I'm looking at these images of Nicki over in the UK right now. That shit, she look like the goddamn Beatles.
Fam. And who from Haiti's ever done that to the world?
Hold on. First of all, you gonna put some respect on the Fugees. You're not gonna sit out here and
not nobody know niggas Haitian, bro. Don't nobody know them niggas Haitian. Wyclef couldn't even win the presidency in his own goddamn country because he's not Haitian. That nigga is American, bro. Wyclef been over here so goddamn long. For real, bro. I feel you, but at the same time, man.
But you can't tell me though that. Hold on, you can't tell me that the score ain't a classic album, though.
Oh, nigga, the score is the shit. I like, yo, that shit is the shit, bro. It produced 3 dope people. Lauren not Haitian though, is she? Lauren, it's just Prize and Wyclef, right?
I think Lauren might have like Haitian ancestry, but I don't think that she's Haitian.
Yeah, but she ain't never really talked about that.
Let's look it up. Fuck it. I like to be fucking accurate. Let's just look it up.
Fam, you can look that shit up, find out she Haitian. At the end of the day, the culture that they inflicted on the world was hip hop, which is Black American culture.
Well, hold on. DJ Academic said that hip hop came from Jamaicans.
Man, if they don't get out of here with this DJ Kool Herc bullshit. If they don't get out of here with this DJ Kool Herc DJing shit, my nigga, like he DJ'd, but at the end of the day, my nigga, like no, he didn't take that shit to the next level, bro. Fuck out of here. Academics got hips. You don't listen to some nigga with no hips, my nigga.
God damn. Hey.
I'm not listening to a nigga with no childbearing hips, man.
Yo. Okay, so it said, so Courtney in the chat said hip hop can be amazing at times, but it's not culture, it's entertainment.
And he's spot on. He's spot on. Like I said, I'm trying to be like chill because I'm like, to me, it's a cesspool because most of it is negative imagery of blacks. But that shit be looking cool. And everybody else see the coolness in it. They don't look into it like, brother, you know, like I got a kufi on when I start talking like that. But they don't look at it like that. They be looking at it like, yo, those some cool motherfuckers. Like, we own cool. I mean, you can't really monetize that shit, but we own cool around the world, and it's and the world knows it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas don't look at white Americans and say, yeah, let's emulate them.
Okay, it says that Prize was born in Jersey, but his parents were from Haiti, while Lauren was born in New Jersey of American parents. They said that Wyclef and Prize say that Lauren Hill is Haitian by association. Okay, so there you go. So she's not Haitian.
What's that? Who wrote that shit? Kim Osario? Back in the source or some shit? Like,
no, I'm with Courtney. At best, it's part of the culture, but then I now go back to my question: what is black culture?
We still trying to figure it out.
But that's what I'm
still working on it, bro.
I feel like in the 70s and 80s, I probably could have defined it, right? Like definitely the black church was a part of culture. Like everything that surrounded that, you know what I mean? Excuse me, sorry. But like to y'all point about the entertainment, right? So let's think back, right? So I'm not Italian, so I don't know what Italians would define as their culture, right? But like for entertainment purposes, the mob shit has been commercialized, right? You know what I'm saying? But they don't really embrace that shit as like quote unquote culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it depicts some of their culture, right? It depicts like how they do shit, like because like even if you watch any mob movie, whenever it's time to like eat dinner, shit like that, it's a very specific way shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's culture. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
Culture. You know what I mean?
Because they're still connecting. That goes back to the black-white thing. The black thing stripped us of everything. So we're still trying to figure out what our actual culture is because all of that shit was taken from us. But you're right, culture spans back hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some niggas, some Sicilians that could trace their bloodline back to a motherfucker from, you know, Renaissance times or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who's going to the Coliseum. So it's like, we still trying to figure it out, man. And one thing we do own is coolness. Nobody can take that from us. Italians are pretty dope too, because they're about the only cool white niggas though. Think about it. Ain't no other cool white niggas. Like Italians so cool, Black Americans that took some of their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me put this up from Ansel. This is a good. Listen, shout out to Black culture change when Black people gain ownership with no guide to follow. Listen, that's deep as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know about that answer. Check this out.
No.
What are we talking about? Gain ownership with no guide to follow.
Okay, go ahead. Talk your shit, Blake. Go ahead.
But it's like this. It's like, fam, we had ownership a long time. Ownership changed when, all right, man, y'all getting too Black for me. God damn. I don't normally do this, man. Jesus Christ, man. Let me call my Yaku stepfather. Anyway.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but like, we always own shit. It was integration that after we integrated, that's when we lost a lot of our ownership. Are we getting ownership back and now have no guide to follow? But we had a guide to follow. But when we thought the white man's ice was colder, post-integration, we took all the money out of our neighborhoods and took it over there to them. Okay. Right after slavery, we built our own shit. We shot with each other. We had our own neighborhoods. I mean, let Mississippi Burning and certain movies tell you they used to come over and kick our ass and just walk out. But I don't believe that shit.
Right.
Like, I don't have enough Black elders to talk to be able to understand that. You know what I mean? But we always had our own shit, bro. Like, and we had a guide to follow. A lot of it was rooted in the church, though.
I'm telling you, the Black church was a big part of culture.
A lot of it was rooted in the church, but I mean, how good was that? They had us following some white nigga with blue eyes, a hippie nigga. So it's like, you know, like we still set that person on the pedestal, the one who had the same skin as him. So it's like, we always had ownership, man. We always had a guy. We stopped fucking with our guy when we thought we can go over there and be accepted like them. So we kind of lost people. Technically, we are lost people.
Martin Luther King did say that at one point that he feared that he was
inviting his people into a burning building,
into a burning house. Right?
Goddamn, I'm blacker than I thought, fool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he did say that, like, even while he was pushing for, you know what I'm saying, for integration, while he was pushing for all this civil rights, he was like, "Yo, I feel that you know, integrating or bringing my people into a burning house." You know what I'm saying? I think he started to say, "Yo, is this?" You know what I mean? There's always been, you know, but listen, if they have their way in Texas, you know, right after they did the overturn of Roe v. Wade down here in Texas, who was it? Cornyn, I think it was, Senator Cornyn. He started talking crazy. He said, "Now let's go after Brown versus Board of Education."
Man, he was all for that brandy, that scotch. You know what I'm saying? He might have even had a bump of coke. You know,
he said, "We finna really make America great again."
No, he's not.
Let's go all the way back.
Come on. They said, "Hey, man, chill out. We ain't going that far."
Like, that nigga said, "Let's go back. Let's go with Brown versus Board of Education."
Man, they ain't gonna do all that shit, bro.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. And even if they did, I don't even think that's something that the states really care about, because that's not really, you know, falling under their Christian belief umbrella. You know, like the southern states and the Bible Belt type shit, I believe that was really at the abortion thing, because they feel like kids should live and whatever, however you look at a fetus, whatever. But I felt like that's how they looked at that. So they were like, we're going to attack this. But as far as Brown versus Board, man, they ain't got no problem with that. Shit, schools ain't really even integrated like that. White people and Black people still typically go to different schools.
This is
schools. So it's like, well, they already figured out a way to repeal Brown versus Board of Education, but just not legislatively. They just found a way to go into certain neighborhoods and have their kids going to this one school. Like, come on, man. So nah, they already figured that out. He just talking shit.
Charter schools, you know what I'm saying?
Right, man. He just talking shit, man. But yo, back to the motherfuckers, the folks on that sucker shit, man. Like, yo, Black culture, we still figuring that shit out, bro. But it ain't no other group infected the world with what they do like we have, bro. What other group is that?
So define that though. When you say infected the world with what we do?
Yeah, that make it sound bad, don't it?
No. I'm just saying, like what is it that we do, right?
Cool shit.
What is cool? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, nigga, the hat to the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, like just slang, vernacular, just the way a motherfucker carry themselves, the way they move. You know what I mean? Like, we wear hair, just everything.
I think some old heads older than me would say, well, maybe that's caricature shit, right? To Dave Chappelle's point, at what point are they laughing with you or laughing at you, right?
We shouldn't even be looking at them. We should just be doing our own thing. Like, think about it, fam. I never had braids.
That's the thing, though. I think that like we were just doing our own thing, and then people saw it. You know, like Dick Gregory, before he passed, he used to always talk about this. He used to be like, "Yo, I got so good at comedy that black folks couldn't afford to see me no more, right? Like he was like, that's how good. He was like, that's how good I got at this comedy shit, right? That like he was like, black folks made me, right? But like I got so good that they couldn't even come see me no more, right? Because what happens is that like, and you know, this goes back to like, you know, in music, they talk about the crossover all the time, right? They don't talk about it much now, but that used to be a real conversation for years and years and years. They're like, yo, first you do this, and then now you cross over, right?
Right. It used to be a goal too.
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly. It used to be like, yo, you get as big as you can in the black, and then you cross over to like white folks and mess with you now, right?
That was in the early 90s, 2000s type shit. Damn, man, them little niggas ain't changing. Them, you got motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, but that's because the world had been infected with hip hop, and so you got to understand. Excuse me, the people who are parents now that are me and your age, they grew up with hip hop.
Right.
The people that are non-black, that are white, they grew up knowing, like, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I think people always forget, and that's why I say when we talk about culture, people always forget how young of a genre hip hop is. You know
very young, bro.
You know what I mean? Like hip hop
is actually pretty fascinating too.
It is. It's very, very young, and like hip hop has changed. It went from like my favorite old school rap is The Message, right? I think that's probably one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time.
Man, that shit was Wild Buns, man.
You don't
broken
like
glass everywhere. Something
people
just
pissing in it and just don't care. I love that shit.
Man, motherfucker, niggas doing this shit. I'm just bullshit.
That was hip hop.
I'm fucking bullshit. I'm bullshit, bro.
That was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking about like, yo, like this shit is, he's talking about like what's crazy going on around here, and just, yo, don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like. So I love that song, but like, yeah, like hip hop went from like, because like no one knew, like hip hop is still undefinable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's no right or wrong way to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like it used to be like the bob, the bang, the bang. Like that. People used to rap like that. Busy Bee used to rap like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the DJ was the one thing that I think has always remained the same in hip hop is that the DJ has always been important. Even today, the producers basically are just the DJs. Mustard,
basically.
Boomin, Metro Boomin, you know, so whoever it is, whoever's your favorite producer.
You're right.
The DJs have always been the most important part of hip hop. Jam Master Jay, I don't think he ever spit a single bar.
Nope. They just said his name. They said his name for him.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Dre still ain't gave us no goddamn Detox. Did he have home? Did he? No, he never gave us.
I remember he made the song. He made the Compton album in place of Detox. Yeah,
no,
he released that.
Detox, nigga.
Man, shit. That nigga $1 billion up. He $1 billion up.
You know
and
what I'm saying? Like,
check that out, Roy.
Go ahead.
Even though we don't own a lot of shit, something like hip hop enabled a person like Dr. Dre to go from Compton to a fucking $50 million mansion, dude. You know what I'm saying? To $1 billion business. So some people made off like a fat rat. Now, do I think the imagery as a whole is good?
Yeah,
no,
that's what I was gonna say.
No, it's not. You're right. No, it's not. It's not. But we was fucking with that shit heavy. When 50 was killing everybody on the block, I was bobbing my head. Was it? I look back in hindsight and it's like, damn, man, it's fucking bullshit. But like, I mean, damn, bro, what you supposed to do? They told a nigga pull himself up by his bootstraps and cut the strap on the boot. Fuck it, they didn't even give a nigga boots. So we had to do something. you know?
Like I think if you look across the planet, and this is why this is a good conversation talking about black culture. Like what is black culture? Who is black? What is black? Because American blacks have a specific history. We have a specific journey. We have a specific way that like shit has happened to us, right? To your point, the crack epidemic, right? Like, listen, fam, that shit fucked up an entire generation. And when that generation was fucked up, how does the crack babies, how do you raise kids when you have no guide for how the fuck you were supposed to be raised? You know what I'm saying? You just winging this shit now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We don't get that shit enough credit for how it fucked us up. I think enough people people keep talking about white this, white that. Like I said, pre-civil rights, man, we was owning our own businesses. We were very civilized people. We had a higher rate of marriage than whites did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We were going to school, all kind of shit. It wasn't cool to be a dumb motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But when something like that came, and like, bro, I think maybe all that trauma in our fucking, genes was just brought to the front. I mean, it's something about it. Because the way that shit fucked us up, man. I mean, god damn. The only thing close to it is maybe this the opiate epidemic now. But they're at least doing things trying to help them people out. They was locking our ass up.
Shout out to OG Artificial Intelligence. He said hip hop is 100% the culture for this current generation of the youth. It's the future of black culture. That's the future of black culture. So
basically what artificial intelligence is saying is we doomed. That's basically what he's saying. We doomed. Because if that's the fucking future, god damn, where can I move now? I'm gonna go to Haiti, nigga, and see what I Do you know what the exchange rate is over there? Nigga, I'm going to Haiti. Where can I go to get away from this? Because if that's Black American future, I don't want no parts. That shit, wow. Niggas rob me for designer. Like, nigga. Yeah, nah, that can't be our future, man. That'd be fucked up. Even though I like how we do own cool, I mean, some of that shit that's involved in it, man, yeah, it's just the misogyny alone in hip hop, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, black culture is historically very maternal.
Unfortunately.
Why you say that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, man.
People always revere Big Mama. I never hear Granddad being revered. I mean, it's stories about Grandpa, but like Big Mama is always very revered.
No, because that's just a long line of people not appreciating men. Like, we ain't built the fucking world. You ever notice women didn't start fighting for equal rights till they got air conditioning in offices and shit? You ever notice that shit? You had to notice that, right? Was they fighting for equal rights when motherfuckers was hunting and gathering? Like, no, they weren't fighting then. Wars, the draft.
Shout
no
out to
goddamn fight.
Let me ask you. Look, I'm finna ask you a question from Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said, Chris Blake, you know why he never buys woman a watch? You know why?
Why?
They got a clock on the stove.
Fire. Gospel. Gospel.
Goddamn. That's what did I say? Did I not say matriarchal? What the hell did I say?
Oh no, you said matriarchal.
No, I think I said maternal. My bad.
Maternal.
I did say maternal. My bad. I'm fucking up. Shout out to Naomi. God damn it, keeping me straight.
Hey man, nigga know what you meant, man. They ain't need no motherfucking spell check, man.
No. But she's right though. I said maternal. I meant
I know matriarchal, and that's
said he said white supremacy continues to reign. Supreme and black has subsided exponentially within the last 20 years. White supremacy continues to reign supreme, and black has subsided. Well, what is black? Artificial intelligence?
Nobody can really answer that, bro, because it's like it's not really anything. It's just
hold
color.
On. Listen. You already got the link, Naomi. Naomi drunk. Naomi literally.
It's cool. Bring her ass on here. What you think she'll be dropping science or some shit?
Come on, bring your matriarchal ass on.
And I'm gonna tell you what I think about that matriarchy, and it might be adding to the Haitian girl hateful in this thing, but it's the truth. Like, it's fucked up, but it's the truth. Name another. Hey, actually, fuck that. We'll wait on her to get on, but name another matriarchal society, though.
Ooh. Okay.
Can you name another one?
Hold on. So you saying it's a bad thing?
I'm saying name another one and look at this one that's the current matriarchal society, and look at the numbers attached to it.
So you saying it's a bad thing?
Is the shit that's going on right now something to celebrate? We just talked about how we're trying to define black culture, and we're saying it's hip hop. Hip hop is mostly a lot of little black niggas and shit. But it's like, look at their subject matter. Look what they talk about. Look how they carry themselves. It's just like, I mean, look at the numbers of men in the house. It's not really going too well, is all I'm saying. It could do a little, it's some things to work out. You know what I'm saying? How it got there, we can debate that, but it's just some things need to be worked out, though. But we ain't gonna be up here trying to talk. We ain't gonna argue amongst each other, because I know how black can get. we're eventually gonna be at each other's throats and shit. So not to say Naomi would come away with some bullshit, but it's just like, I don't want to turn this back on us. We was going against everybody else.
Artificial intelligence said there is no black.
There isn't. It's all fake. It's all social construct.
He said the black shit is over. Kanye said slavery was the choice, and Negroes didn't say a word.
Yeah, they just tweeted it. They tweeted it. But nah, man, black ain't even real, dude. It's just some shit. You gotta be on another level to really talk about that shit, though.
Damn, hold on. I didn't send her the link. She right. Hold on.
Shit.
I thought I sent her the shit. My fault. Listen, I've been drinking.
You know how motherfuckers be hanging over the ropes, reaching in, trying to get tagged into the match and shit like that? And she over there like that?
Yeah, no, she hot because she sent me an exclamation, so I know she hot. She sent me an exclamation. Like, nigga, let me in, god damn it. I thought I sent that shit to the group chat. My fault. Hold on, let me send this to the group chat. I thought I sent it to the group chat. I had to go back and look. My fault. She'll be in here in a second.
Okay.
But, I think it's important to like define black culture and all this stuff.
Bro, you can't define it like artificial intelligence said, like how we kind of been alluding to it. It's not real. There's nothing attached to it, man. Everybody else got a nationality. We just men and women without a country who just trying to do our thing over here because they can't do nothing else with us.
But so hold on. But we're Americans though. We built this motherfucker, right?
I would rather be called an American. Don't call me African. Don't call me black. Just call me fucking American. But by default, I'm a black American. Even though I'm brown. Even though we brown. We black.
What do they call? Okay, listen. So they don't use that like in the UK, for example, right?
No, they call themselves black over there.
No. But I'm saying like, is there the equivalent of African American in the UK? Is what I'm saying.
No, it's calling black to my knowledge, or they're calling them Nigerian or Jamaican or some shit like that. But usually it's just black from what I see. My closest connection to the UK is like Top Boy, movies or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying like they don't call themselves, I don't know, English, African.
They just say black. They just say black, fool. So that's why they be on our head too, because they be like, bro, this black shit don't just stop in the US. You know what I'm saying? Like when we in these other countries that are majority European or Caucasian or whatever, we still get the same shit y'all get, So it's like I do feel them on that, and I ain't gonna let them little goofies like them chicks on that show have us up here doing diaspora wars because they got a dumbass opinion on they Love and Hip Hop Set podcast,
Yeah, but I'm starting to hear a lot of that though. See, my problem with the whole thing becomes, when they start getting their little shit together, they want to start all of a sudden, well, I'm Dominican, I'm this, but like we've been accepting you under this black umbrella this whole time. And then you pop off and you want to tell us, well, I'm Dominican, you know what I'm saying? Or nigga, I'm Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you, Safari, but like we really accepted you under this black umbrella though, you know what I'm saying?
But it still gotta rep the nationality, bro. That's what the black thing did to us. It completely removed us from anything that we were connected to nationally. I mean, as far as like statewide, you know what I'm saying?
Right, let me get Naomi in here.
Oh no, that's bullshit. They don't call people black in other countries. They do call them black in the UK though. I can't say anywhere else though.
Hey y'all.
What up, sis? Hold on, you drinking your coconut water? Let's get it.
I'm drinking my coconut water. Gotta stay hydrated out here.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just had to tap in what Chris Blake was saying. He don't like that matriarchal, and
I'm not dissing though. Just state facts.
But I just wanted to say, because you also said that it stems from, or like a lack of respect for men be stemming from that. And I don't think true matriarchy is supposed to disrespect men. Like, it's not even supposed to mean that there is a better, because there's not. There's masculine and there's the feminine. Like those are the two sides of the shit. Not one
divine,
is better, but
divine.
We need both. But we need both to go on. Like, we both have our roles, the male and the female. But I just wanted to say that we are matriarchal because we also do look to our grandmothers and our mothers. And we've been in this white hegemonic society, right? Like, that's what we've been basing a lot of our actions on, like Black people. And that's been the issue. That's part of the issue. We're trying to go by the standards they said. They said, oh, this is what family looks like. This is what love looks like. Like this is what y'all should aim for and what it should be like. And that shit has been throwing us off cycle. It's throwing the whole world off cycle. By how they view that shit. We got to go back into our roots. And yes, that shit is matriarchal, but men still have their place. They're still the head of household and the lead in a matriarchal society. But they also just honor and protect their women because they know how important women are to the balance as well.
Just to clarify that though, when I was talking about like matriarchy, disrespecting men, I didn't mean like that. Which is what I was saying. It's kind of how like Mother's Day is celebrated and Father's Day is just like, hey, happy Father's Day, Dad, go a car type shit. But you take mom out to eat. Restaurants is full. That's what I'm talking about. Like just the men is just like.
Yeah,
well,
and then you were also talking
about
about how men build society. But we birth y'all, like the men would not be here without us. And that's just off top. Like
Chris Blake
women,
his eyes. Hold on.
We didn't do that. That's a God thing.
And the black woman is God. Is what
I knew she was gonna say that. The black woman is God.
Come to, okay?
I mean, I can't rebut that. I'm not gonna rebut that. The fuck can I say to rebut that? That's gonna not sound fucked up. Great. You gonna put me in the corner like
black
that?
Women aren't God.
Motherfuckers gonna be playing fair, man. Motherfuckers gonna be playing fair.
No, but at the end
what I'm gonna say back to that? No, you're not.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. Because we have to birth the beings, we have to bring them to this side. Men don't have that. Y'all got the seed, but we got to go into the other realm and grab the soul and bring it physical. We got to bring the etheric physical. Like that speaks to women's power. Okay, we're able to be up in both realms.
Let me pull this up from artificial intelligence, Naomi. Hold on. Let me read this from AI. He says, you're in a forced matriarch due to white supremacy. He said they built a system that handicaps black men and prevents them from higher education, which in effect prevents them from financial stability.
White people are not matriarchal, they're patriarchal, and that's why their men run all the shit. We are in a fucked up society. No, I get and that's the system, but that's not natural. Like this, we're in unnatural conditions and have been in and will continue to be in until we ready to break out of that shit. Like none of that shit is a natural condition. Of course, like that's what it is. Like we already know that shit.
He said the power struggle with black men and black women starts and ends with finances.
I think more for men. I think like men are so like wrapped up in the financial aspect. Like, yeah, a lot of lost women could be wrapped up on that financial shit too. Usually after a nigga done fucked her over, but I feel like a lot of women would choose love over money. A lot of women would choose some love over money.
Hey man, you lying?
We
right?
don't be getting that.
You joking? You joking, right?
You don't think so?
In not in
2022.
No, I think that stems from all the shit women already have. We learned the game. We was like, oh, these niggas, they just gonna do this, fuck us over. We might
it's some bras with city girl statues in their house. You know what I'm saying? So like we're doomed if that's the case. That's not right. No, I'm just fucking around though. I'm saying there's some bras with city girl statues in a house. You know what I'm saying? They pray like to the city girls.
But it comes down like men, that's who y'all are choosing. Like y'all are going after that. Like y'all are looking at the
you don't want to know what I did.
Men. I was just saying men in general.
Okay.
Like that's who men are deciding to go with. Like if that's not the bitch you want, prove it. Like stop fucking on her. Stop fucking over the good girl who held you down, who was with you when you was going through all this bullshit, ain't have shit. But now you got a little something, you feeling some type of way, you want to be on some other shit.
Hey yo, that brings me to something I just thought about, man. Let's lighten this up a little bit. And this man hate, since we got a woman on the panel. I want to participate in some man hate, right?
Actually.
I'm just fucking around, man. Anyway, though, it was a girl, right? She was from South Africa, so obviously they go through this shit too. She was like, women stop dating down, don't date men when they're broke, some shit like that, because they never look back when they come up. She went like really far with it. It was more detailed than that. But the basis of it was like when niggas come up, they don't fuck with you no more. They move on to the women because they in a higher bracket now. You know, because when you date potential, the motherfucker potential might come to fruition. And now he got a meal and you ain't looking too hot no more. You know what I'm saying? He move on or some shit like that. And it was like, damn, we really don't go back. I know mad niggas that got out of prison. It was a chick that held them down, and when they got out, them niggas got back in them streets.
But listen, I
No,
gotta
for
say
real,
this.
because it's
Sold
very
the dreams,
easy.
and
It's
I
very
know so
easy
many niggas like that.
for men to focus on self.
But no, I'm gonna say
They're
this.
naturally
Hold on.
selfish though.
Hold on. Like, artificial intelligence, that nigga funny as hell. That nigga said cap.
Look,
No, that's true, bro. Like a lot of dudes don't be looking down.
He
Oh,
literally
okay.
said, "Stop the bullshit."
No,
Naomi.
I think that's y'all caring about money more. Like, I get it.
Oh,
like,
come on
you
now.
know,
We ain't gonna. I tried to get us off of this, Naomi.
No,
Nobody's with
artificial
you on
intelligence
this.
wanted
Women
to
care
bring it
about money
back.
more. Come on,
Artificial
fam.
intelligence wanted to bring it back. Stop fucking with Cardi B and the City Girls. If if you don't want to fuck with, if you want somebody to like you for some substance instead of what's in your pocket, I don't know. I don't know what more to say.
Man, I guess they saying though.
Because I know I'm not out here like a nigga just got to smoke big for me. Nigga, you're taking care of the rest of your shit, and nigga, 8 times.
I mean, what do you say? What do you say?
Looking for financial stability.
I feel
it. I feel it that women are looking for financial stability, but I think that can come with a partnership. Like, yeah, your 50K might not be looking good right now, mama, but when you link up with this other nigga who make it 60 or whatever the case may be, like 2 incomes gonna trump regardless. So
I mean, I'm with you on that.
Do we have to bring back the Honorable Kevin Samuels videos?
Them women, look, I'm still young. I'm still young, you know, maybe older women, they probably need more shit and they're looking for like, oh, you need to have a house and need a mortgage.
Naomi, you know damn well ain't nobody trying to build no more, baby. They want you to be ready with the bank account
but I'm
and the
definitely
checkbook
not
going.
Gonna build no nigga, like, cause I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of this should be a defense mechanism, I think. Cause I'm definitely not gonna be building no broke ass nigga and you still gonna be on some bullshit. You think I'm gonna help you out and you gonna fuck on another bitch? That's not happening. Of
course. Which goes back to the other thing. Like when a nigga come up, he move on. He gonna go back in them streets. So I agree with that.
No, but I feel like one thing I remember Cardi said in the song Cardi B, she was like,
a non-black woman, by the way.
Don't you give that nigga none if he can't make you rich or he can't make you come. And I be feeling that because niggas will really be out here trying to be on the bare minimum. Like, but it just comes to having your discernment.
Well, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this, Naomi, because we're talking about the show tonight is what is black and who is black. And so you brought up Cardi B. Personally, me, I feel like Cardi B, and you would know, you just mentioned it. You're a younger woman. I'm a man of a certain age. I feel like Cardi B goes out of her way without saying it. But I feel like she goes out of her way to let people know she's not black, which is fine. But I feel like she definitely goes out of her way to be like, yo, I'm not black, though. Don't get it fucked up.
Has she ever said? I haven't seen that.
She's never said she's not black, but here's what she did say. When she was talking about Offset's mom, she was like, yo, I just love Offset's mom because, you know, she can talk. She was like, she can talk from a strong, she's like, Offset's mom can talk to people from a black woman's point of view, and I was like, oh, so you saying you not black?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you might take that one out of context.
Kind of a difference. I feel like it is a difference when it comes to like the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans. There is just a lot of mixture going on when it comes to their genes, and I think the varying amount of blackness, like how much carbon you got in your skin, I think that varies from each one. Like, because once you're a melanated being, I feel like, you know, you are a black person. The darker you are, you already know.
So do you subscribe to Pan-Africanism?
Yeah, you know, I've seen black people like when I was in
Have you donated to Dr. Umar?
When I was in Africa, I saw Dr. Umar when I was in Africa.
But have you donated?
No, I wouldn't donate to that nigga. Because when I did see him, I was very much on my like, this nigga's not even a real doctor. You know, this was me.
Well, I said a long time ago, bro. I said that shit.
My psychology degree, okay? I was just getting my psychology degree. I'm working on my senior thesis. I'm like, no, this nigga is faking his credentials. But you know, the niggas still be having points and still be accurate on some things, you know. But that could be anybody.
Facts.
But
No, the reason I bring that up though is because see, like, so what we were talking about at the beginning of the show, and I'll bring that back now. Shout out to everybody that's been listening to us, man. Hit that thumbs up button, man. I'm enjoying the conversation tonight. We don't usually talk about black, but we're talking about what is black, who is black, and also what is black culture, right? Artificial intelligence. Somebody, I think it was artificial intelligence, made the point that for younger people, black culture is hip hop, and he felt like that's gonna be the downfall of. God damn, Naomi, you like you hitting a crack pipe. Jesus Christ.
Remember I told him about a straight shooter a couple years ago?
You good shit.
I do remember that.
Hey, yo, but like, yo, I'm gonna say this though, fam. Like,
Go ahead.
one thing that DJ Academics did say, he was like, NBA YoungBoy is like the model or the mold for what all the young cats want to be like. And if that is the case, we are fucking doomed.
Nah, we're not.
Because if NBA YoungBoy, if he is the staple of what a young black man is,
so let me ask you, Naomi.
come on, fam.
So me and Blake are both talking, right? We are both men of a certain age. You're a young woman in your mid-20s. So for you, tell me what you believe black culture is. Like if you had to define black culture.
I mean,
black American.
When you look at culture, it's supposed to be a melting pot of various things. Like, so music is part of that culture. So it's dance. So it's the language we speak, our African American vernacular. Like that's a part of our culture. The way we speak, the way we sing, just the way we do everything, the way we dress. That's like.
So far, you describing hip hop, Naomi. The way we talk and hip hop.
The way we talk and the way we dress is from hip hop.
Yes.
I don't think so. Like, because or maybe it seems that way because like black people are
Kanye is literally a designer, Naomi.
Yeah, I guess if black people are making hip hop, if black people are making hip hop, then yes, it would emulate. Of course, it would ooze the culture, but it's kind of one-sided because it's not like black people are in control of hip hop, right? Like there's still an overwhelming white influence of what reaches our ears. Like they only allow some niggas to make it because there's some niggas on some straight conscious shit, right? They're not gonna find them niggas. They're like, oh no, they're gonna get them a little further than we want them to be. We actually want them here on drugs, killing each other, fucking people indiscriminately. Like this is actually exactly where we want the people, and so we're gonna make sure the writers and the producers are giving us the shit that's gonna add to that.
That's a fact. Let me go to the chat real quick. Ansel said, I'm an 80s baby. My teenage years, gangster rap was only music. I'm guessing he's saying here social media made it real time. So when you said something, there was no I don't mean it like that. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Social media made it real time. So when you
think about it, man, when cats beef online, that shit normally spills off of online,
right?
And when you see each other, it's like
it's on site.
Yeah, it's on site and shit like that. Back in the day,
you
probably never even ran into each other.
Okay, I feel it. My bad answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel it. Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah. Listen, niggas in Ohio didn't beef with niggas in Texas back in the day because we didn't have no way of communicating with them.
Right. Now motherfuckers pull up on you because niggas dropping a location. Right. And then somebody for who you beefing with could just pull up on you now. And they do that shit. Though.
Niggas are peeping shit from the live, okay? Like niggas are shit where you at and they're pulling up and niggas are dying that way. Like,
but okay, so I feel like, and talk to me, Naomi, you're the young head, right? We the two old heads on the panel right now. You the young head. If hip hop is the majority, if we're splitting up the pie of black culture, if hip hop is, I don't know, the majority of that pie, is that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
I think it would be a bad thing. I think it would be a bad thing. But I think hip hop, like when you're given so much into music, because personally, I don't listen too much to rap and hip hop.
As you shouldn't. That shit is terrible now.
Truly. So I wouldn't say that would be like the driving force behind that shit, but it's something that you can connect to still. But I would say like you couldn't get too wrapped up in that shit, especially when a lot of these niggas be dying. I mean, be lying, like
and dying too. They dying like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, lying and dying.
Lying and dying.
Right, niggas is out here lying and goddamn dying.
I mean, even though it's hip hop, man, we still own the cool, and that's basically what black
You
culture
keep saying
is.
we own the cool.
I take it back. Okay, man, we don't own the cool. We
That makes, I don't know why, but that sounds weird to me, Chris Blake. That like we own cool. It's like,
well, excuse me, sir.
No.
We don't own it. But you're right, though. We don't own it.
No.
But we lead the cool, though.
No, because I think I kind of agree with what you're saying, because like I understand what you're saying when you say like, yo, we own cool, but like when I hear that, I think that like, what does that mean though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
same thing black means, not a goddamn thing. What are you talking about? We've already come to that conclusion. But when people see black cats, because it's like, this is what's unfair about that, right? Because what about the black cats that ain't cool? You know what I mean? Like, so
the
what
nigga
are they
nerd.
now? You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
we're looking for the nigga nerds.
Yeah, so like that's where it is at a disadvantage, but that's what the imagery of us is. That's what the idea of us is largely, you know.
So
I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what it is.
So here we go. Here's the question I want to ask you for tonight. Should Black Americans, should we start closing the tent a bit? Should we start closing ranks? Should we stop just saying somebody who's Jamaican, oh yeah, they black? Should we be like, yo, no, he's Jamaican?
We don't even own black.
Okay, FBA.
So I mean, it's just like we okay. That's why they make shit like that though. That's why I fuck with Tariq for that. Even though,
hold on, but didn't Jesse Jackson come up with the whole
African
American, right? Like that shit was like
that was Jesse's doing. I heard that was him. And look how it ended for him.
He's still alive. Wait,
nigga, but he's been exiled. You what the fuck? You the first person to say Jesse Jackson on the internet in 5 years. When this shit come out, this is gonna be the only mention of Jesse Jackson in the past 5 years on Donald Trump's internet. Good for you, Roy, for keeping that nigga name alive. Don't nobody fuck with him no more. So it's
Jesse
like he was just trying to find a way to hustle.
He said, "Keep hope alive." God damn it.
I mean, what the fuck is hope gotten us?
I don't know. Let's bring
Hope got us Obama. It was Hope
Lionel
got his ass elected.
Change it. Lionel want to jump in. Let's bring Lionel in here. What up, Lionel?
See, man, y'all gonna make it too black in here, man. Find a Yakub. Hey, you got extra Yakub hanging around.
Let's get away. If you're a white person out there and you want to be on the panel, let me know and I'll send you the link. Okay, go ahead, Lionel. Let's go.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I hope y'all are feeling blackity black tonight.
We super black tonight.
No, I know black, Bobby. I know black.
Okay, how do y'all feel about being called black people?
I don't like it.
Chris Blake said it doesn't exist.
I feel like there's a few black people on the planet.
Who would you consider black?
In Sudan.
I've seen some black people.
Ooh, okay. I see where you're going there. Okay.
Wait a minute. You know what? Real quick. The blackest motherfucker I ever seen was Indian. He was at Walmart in San Antonio. The motherfucker was just as black as his hair. Only reason why I knew he was alive, because he had his eyeballs and shit. They was kind of yellow, though. But that's the blackest motherfucker I ever seen.
Courtney Jackson said, how can hip-hop be, quote-unquote, the culture when it's run, managed, and owned by so many non-black people? That's
exactly what I was saying. Like, that shit is so, like, it's still structured in such a way that it's not really us. It's not fully, or I would say it's not fully us.
On the business side of things, because, like, the creative aspect, like, this genre didn't exist. And, like, this wasn't a thing until some niggas start coming like this. So, like, that part absolutely is true. But, like, in terms of, like, how it's being like manipulated and like the corporate political side of it, absolutely. And then that brings me to that meeting I've heard about, like from Crazy Bones, where he was like, yeah, they sat us down at this table or whatever. They were like intentionally saying, you bitches need to fuck up. Like, the community put horrible messages in your music: guns, drugs, talk like this, walk like that, dress like that. And like some rappers were with that shit and others were not. And so like that's where we are today.
Who said that, Lionel?
Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Damn, I didn't know that happened.
That's not really where you is, nigga. East 99th and St. Clair, nigga.
So I'm on the west side, and I would never go near that part.
East 99 and St. Clair, homie. No, but okay, but look. So if hip hop is not the culture, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Naomi. Lionel, you're a man in your mid 20s. You just had a birthday. Happy birthday to the big homie Lionel.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, homie.
Thank you.
What would you say if you had to define black culture? How would you define black culture?
I would define black culture as a shared experience of being able to shine through like bullshit and adversity, remain creative through like adversity as well, and just remain like influential and remain like to hold your essence through fucking oppression, to hold your essence through like literally an entire world come against you, because not any bitch will do that. We've seen plenty of civilizations annihilate, delete, goodbye. But like for us to have gone through the type shit and to still be the most popping of like types of cuisine, most popping of types of street fashion and high fashion, most popping types of like literature, most popping types of most popping
People.
fucking students, most
Just
popping
literally people.
people in any aspect of being a human, like still to rise through like bullshit like that. That's black motherfucking culture. When you take that like lemon and make lemonade, then you're talking black talk. Not to say there's not other cultures that do that, but like to do it so well and to do it again and again and again and again and again and again. Like I think that's what black culture ultimately is, to be able to say, bitch, I got this remedy and it's gonna heal you. It's gonna say so sweet, the love of like your grandma.
Let me ask you this: would you agree with this? Then, when I will, let me define it this way.
Okay.
It sounds like what you're saying is black culture is connected to the struggle.
Yes.
See, I think that's difficult for a lot of people to like wrap their heads around. That like,
well, let me help you wrap your head, because
Go ahead,
we're
go
in
ahead, go
America. So in America, what happened to what happened to us was extremely traumatic and was not. I wouldn't even use struggle. It was so we haven't even been out of that trauma for as long as we were living through that. Like how our lives, as far as we know, we go on the show once or twice a week, take care of our business, hop in the whip, go get with whatever you want, shop down, watch TV. Like that's our true existence. For them, like it was struggle. Like the existence for our ancestors was absolutely traumatic struggle, bitch. Like I don't want my child going over there to that plantation. Why am I being so like true in any way that you can think of trauma? So bitch, we're here today based on like the traumatic experiences that they had, and for us to be moving, grooving, and doing like we're doing, it's coming from that space. So when you talk in terms of black culture, that is a major piece of like our foundational like establishment here in America, and like how the fuck we've gotten to where we are now.
Let's go, Chris Blake.
And like you made a good point, and I'll be thinking about that. I kept it low for a minute, but since you said it, I'm gonna add on or piggyback on it.
There's no strings attached, nigga. Let's go.
Well, you know, man, like I be saying some wild shit sometimes. I be trying to chill out and not.
Ain't
no
no wild
too
shit
much
on
shit.
this show.
But it's like, fam, think about it. It's like you said the key thing. Okay, we didn't go through any of that shit. We can go hop in our cars, go do whatever the fuck we want to. At what point do we let that shit go, though?
Once we're actually free of it, because we actually still are tied to that. Like we actually have so many ties to like being oppressed 400 years ago. Absolutely. Like once
I can't agree with that.
Once the playing fields are even, then we can say, "Oh, great, who gives a fuck?" Like that was ancient times. Like whatever. Like I'm sure there's some trauma that our people have gone through, because we were living in like the world is very old. So there's some trauma that our people have went through, but we are totally detached from, because bitch, we're detached from it. But we're not detached in America from the motherfucking shit that we went through. So that it's an everlasting conversation, mostly because no one wants to have the conversation. And then some people are like, shouldn't we be past this? Like, I was never a slave. And like, there's people that feel like, bitch, who cares? But like, no, it's, bitch, I'm not you. Then your grandson or your uncle, your brother, your sister, somebody around is going to feel the motherfucking forces of that 400 years. It's real, unfortunately.
No, and I be thinking about that, like, because even like trauma can travel through the bloodline. Yes. And I feel like my son is really like the first one who's going to be free of all the shit that came from all of our shit being stripped from us. Like decades, centuries, like that shit going back. Like I had to have my own struggle, because that's not to say that we don't have our struggles now, because there's still so much bullshit that they replaced, but they redid the whole thing, right? Like they set up the system by the time the 60s and 70s came around to fuck us over in a whole nother way that is very subtle. And like and we could say that the Black culture does highlight struggle and how we go through that shit, but we only see it that way because past the last 400 years, what our history has been erased. Like they've literally went through such lengths to erase a lot of our shit. So like, you know, I know that Black people are the originals. And like, so this whole world, like, nigga, is Black culture, like connecting with nature.
Yes,
that's Black
everything.
culture. Like,
I think, listen, I think that we're at a point, and I want to bring up Courtney Jackson's comment again. He said, "Don't frame it as struggle, frame it as the ability to overcome."
I was thinking that same shit, bro, because it's more so resilience than anything. I don't
Well, that
think
was
struggle.
my
I think
initial
resilience.
response. Like that's my initial
Right, no,
response was like
yeah.
to be able to like based on that
Facts.
shit because now
To
people
be-
can. That's the thing to be able to overcome.
Yeah, to be fair, that's exactly what Lionel said. I added the struggle in, right? I added that whole struggle thing because when you say the ability to overcome, I would say, well, the ability to overcome what, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be a struggle there for some. It has to be an obstacle there for you to overcome. And I think that, like, I don't know. I think that becomes. Listen, okay. Me and Chris Blake talked about this at the beginning of the show. Now we have Lionel and Naomi on the show, so
I really want to hear their take on that shit too, bro.
Yes, you know where I'm going.
Right.
You know where I'm going. So, because me and Blake talked about this at the beginning. Okay, so, in terms of black, right? You talk about being black. We need to define first of all what is black, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what does it mean to be black? Because what me and Blake were talking about was over the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of people that are quote unquote technically under the black umbrella talking a lot of shit. I'm seeing a lot of Haitians talk shit. I'm seeing Jamaicans talk shit. I'm seeing specifically Nigerians pop they shit off, right?
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'm seeing them like talk, like be like, yo, nigga, no, I'm Jamaican. No, hold on, nigga, I'm Haitian, right? And my whole thing has always been, if that's who you are, that's fine. I just need those nigga privileges back. All those privileges you get for being a nigga, let me get those back. You know what I'm saying? So what say y'all? Y'all are, I don't know. I can't say y'all are, they're not the grandchildren of the crack generation. They're the nieces
children
and nephews, right? Of like
they're more so the children. They're the crack babies' babies.
We're the ones whose parents didn't end up on crack. Like the ones who stayed down a little bit.
Hey, no.
No, because I don't know. Because that was in the 80s.
Listen.
Roy, that's crazy.
No. Because me and Blake were talking about this earlier, how important the crack era was to the black experience. That shit was a monumental part of the black, like that shit changed a lot of stuff because before then, in the 60s, you get the civil rights movement. In the 70s, you get free thinking, free love, you get integration. In the 80s, that's when the whole fight the power shit comes in, right? And then at the same time, like the early 80s, fight the power comes in. And then toward the end of the 80s, early 90s, then you get the crack era. And that shit
purposely designed.
That sounds intentional.
Purposely designed.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying it happened. And when that shit happened, it took us off our square.
Absolutely.
Because like y'all generation really wasn't on shit, but it's okay because the millennials are here to make sure some shit.
Okay, but that's
I feel like I don't want to say that they want on
actually
shit.
Millennials.
I don't want to say they want on shit. I just feel like they were illusion. They thought like I feel like black people at that point thought like they were creating hip hop and like they just thought they had more freedom than they actually did. So they were comfortable. They were living like.
I would disagree with that, Lionel, because I think that like y'all think that y'all have more freedom than you actually do.
No, we understand that we need to come. It's just wartime. We get it.
No, because I'm with you because it definitely is time. It is go time. But no, I'm just saying though, like, because that crack era is important, right? That crack era is very important because like if you have a mom or a dad that's on crack and you're a child of that, you're not even raised. You know what I'm saying? You just basically raise yourself. And so now when you have a child, what's the blueprint for raising that child, right?
Yeah.
That's like that's a series of events. You know what I'm saying? Like how the fuck do you know? And like, what culture do you pass down? Like, what do you pass down? You know what I'm saying?
They learn it from what's around them. But that shit happens a lot. I feel like a lot of people my age still have to kind of raise themselves. They have to be on a lot. But I feel like it's different. Like a lot of my generation, it's kind of typical to like go to college now. When there was a time when that wasn't the case too. Like so now I feel like black people, more black people are like more educated, you know, and at least that side of shit. And with that education, I feel like people are knowing better. They're able to have more finances. That increases. And damn, I forgot where I was going with this point.
That's because you're high. Okay.
No, but what I was gonna answer to the what is black, compared to like the Dominicans, the Haitians, the Cubans,
Right.
the Africans.
Because
I
you said that you said that you subscribe to Pan-Africanism.
Yes, in a way.
Man,
No,
now
what is
donation.
Pan-Africanism?
Oh, we know who else didn't make no donations.
I'm like, who is
But only
that?
her. It was
Child,
her. It
who
was
is
him
that?
too.
But now I've just been like, receiving a lot of knowledge about a lot of shit that has been kept from us. So like, I feel like it's a bigger scope than that. But all I know is that Black people are the original people of the planet. And I think they put all these different names and divided us because they wanted it to never like be easy for us to be able to click up and be able to connect. Like, hold on. We actually are one people, even though they named us all this different shit so we could think it's different sex. Because all it comes down is to anti-Black. Everywhere around the world, anywhere you go in the world, you're going to look, Black people are going to be on the lowest spot. The darkest skinned people are always going to be in the lowest spot. Even when you're in motherfucking Africa, like that's just not changing. There's still a lot of anti-Black shit, but all that is indoctrinated. What's up, Chris Blake?
Yo, check this out. You see how confusing that is, though?
Ooh.
It's like, okay, we're still trying to figure out what Black is, like until we're on one accord. But how can we really be on one accord when we can't really define the shit?
No, you got to define it for yourself. And I'm gonna say that anybody who has
Hold on,
Wait, no, we're not gonna skim past that. Like, that's
That's
wild.
the point. Is that like
Yeah, no.
four of us up here now? If each of us define it, that may be something different.
Everybody's gonna have a
Of
different way to
course
talk about it.
it's
I think we
people
all
are
say,
gonna
I think
have
we
a
all answer it
different
differently.
opinion.
At first, I
But
was
you
like,
know what Black is when you see it. You see a white person and then you see a Black person, you're gonna know the difference.
But you know what
Some
I'm like
people
at
can
right
say
now? I'm in a
that's
different
the
place because
difference.
we getting more information these days. And Lionel a
That's
couple
facts.
years ago, or Lionel a couple months ago, probably. But it's like, okay, your daddy Black. Okay, I don't give a fuck if your daddy Black, because half the time, daddy might not have been there. So you probably raised by a white mama. Time out. What's your grandma? What's your mom? What's your dad? Like, I just want to leave it at that. Do you have two Black parents? Because if not,
We have
then
yeah.
if not, baby, if not, you're mixed, and that's okay. And you just be mixed, because that's what it is.
But
Like, you're
look,
mixed.
okay, when you talk about mixed, you got Logic and you got J. Cole.
They're
No,
mixed.
there's no you
Hey,
like
Logic
to break
cut
it
that
up,
shit
but
out.
there's no difference. And especially if it's still both white mamas,
Yes.
I'm not really here because like we were saying, it's matriarchal, baby. Like
J.
that
Cole, Mama
power-
White.
Exactly.
Okay, so exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
There's no difference
hold on.
between him and
Hold
Logic.
up, man. I'm gonna have to log off, man. Y'all wild.
There's no
man.
difference between him and Logic. Both of them
Whoa. No difference between J. Cole and Logic?
What's the
I
difference?
agree to that. Because we're talking about defining
They're
Black.
mixed,
We're
right?
talking about defining Black.
They both
if you're
have
mom,
white
if you're
in them,
half
right?
Black, I don't consider that anymore because it's been too much fuckery from the half Blacks. It's been too much fuckery from
See
the
what
ones that
happens
want
when
to.
you do a blackity black show?
The ones that want to hop. The
Now
ones
we
that
get
want to.
see. This is why I don't be doing this black
But
shit.
that's not to
This is
say,
why I know Black Poppy.
but
Man, I'm
that's
out of here,
not
man.
to
Y'all
say
niggas
that
wild.
I
Chris
don't.
Blake, get a grip. This is
Jesus.
conversation.
But
Christ.
that's not to say
J.
that
Cole
I
ain't
don't
Black
think
no more?
that people
No,
who are
Chris,
half
did you hear my
Black are
sentiments?
Black.
Oh,
We have to
man.
change as we get information. We have to process it. And we got to change. And I think it's important. Like we're talking about Black people. This conversation is important, and we need to gatekeep. First of all, you need to clock hoes, and it's like, why do y'all want to be so Black anyway, right? But at the end of the day, if you have two Black parents, I consider that Black. If you have one Black parent, one parent that's anything else, obviously that's mixed. If you were like Dominican Republic, you're Dominican Republic. I'm not even giving them Black. That's crazy. People were fighting for them to be Black so hard and African for so long. They're Dominican. Like, let them be. And ultimately, two Black parents. That's my answer. That's my short answer.
See, man, that's why ain't nobody trying to join the team. We got too many definitions.
That's
We,
what.
we,
Yep.
Do we
lost
need
the
people-
flag. We need to bring back the medallion, bro. When we was all
Do we
rocking
need the team? Do we
medallions,
need people
had
to join
more
our team?
uniform.
Do we need people to join our team, or do we need our own fucking team members, bitch, to get it together
It's
and get a grip?
difficult to define.
No, I'm like, because so many people on the team, like, but
So many people on the team.
But I
So
think
so
it's
many people are on the
difficult.
team and not even there.
I think it's difficult to define who the team is, though.
I know
that's
who the team is
difficult.
in my heart.
And see, that's
We
why I
have
don't
not
make
got
it
a
difficult
definitive
for me.
answer.
Like, it's two Black parents for me. Just like, because you have to, I don't want to say like adapt the mindset, but just like when you're considering Caucasian European people, they are very, very much adamant and specific. And it's very sad for the mixed person that would be in that family, but they would potentially be ostracized. They're going to be looked at. Let's get to like, hold on. Like, you don't have two white parents. That's a thing for them because they are aware of their motherfucking blood. And like, we're the ones that have been so loose leaf and just like, And so I'm like,
There's-
I'm totally on the time of like, let's just kind of tighten up and clock it.
There's always been something called the tragic mulatto.
Oh.
That's always been a thing, right?
Sound like
To
something
where-
Langston Hughes wrote.
That
The tragic
That's
mulatto.
always been a thing that like you're a tragic mulatto to where like you're too dark to be white and you're not black enough to be black.
but that's not our issue, honestly.
No. I'm just saying like no. But because you're saying that like yo, if you don't have a, because you're saying that like there's no difference
Yes.
between J. Cole and Logic, and I'm saying when I look at those two people, I see a very very distinct difference.
But
between
you're
those
looking,
two
that's
people.
being colorist, Roy.
I'm
Are
being
you saying
colorist?
that you're saying that J. Cole is darker
No.
than Logic?
No.
What's
I'm
the
not talking about visually. I'm talking about their rhetoric. I'm talking about what, because like for me,
I don't listen to neither one, so I don't know.
Whoa, you don't listen to Cole?
I don't really like that.
Jermaine?
That conscious in my ear trying to teach me.
The
Like I
idea
said,
that
I don't
20
really
All right,
like
that's it,
that.
Roy.
Right.
I don't
That's
really
it,
like
Roy.
that.
All right, that's it, man.
But no,
All right,
I mean,
man.
at the
No,
end of the
but
day, look
I
at his
mean, he be
numbers.
looking good as fuck with them locks. You know, he be making me want to listen out. But
God damn, hold on. So you
no, he was ugly when he ain't had them locks.
And then
God.
even with that, like
And it
that
was
would
just
take away the
crazy to find
experience.
out that he was half white.
Who
Like,
gives a fuck?
this
He's
is-
You
not
didn't even
black.
know he
I'm
was.
Because I'm just like the importance, because this conversation is important, and like at the end of the day, like that takes away the experience. Because if like a J. Cole is black, he has a white mom. How the fuck
Right.
did he ever understand what it's like with me growing up with a black mom in my house? Bitch, a black mother is a black mother, and that's a certain particular experience. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's different. No, it definitely is
I
different.
agree.
I'll
You
see
can't
that
put
with
them in
my
a box.
mixed friends. I'll see that with my mixed friends who did grow up with a mother who wasn't black.
but like the argument would be though, like for that child, is that their fault? Like it's not their
No,
fault.
and that's why I
Roy,
wouldn't
this
take
isn't our
their blackness-
conversation. This
Hold
isn't
on.
the mixed podcast.
Hold
That's
on.
their thing. The
No,
mixed
no,
people
no,
have
no,
to
no,
It is
no,
with
no,
Mo
no,
on
go
here.
online and figure
Hold
it out.
on.
Go
No,
ahead, Naomi.
because
Go ahead,
hold
Naomi.
on.
Go
I
ahead.
won't take their blackness away
Okay.
just because they're mixed. Do I think there's a difference between being full black and half black? Yes, there is a difference that comes with that. But when you're half, you could be like J. Cole, and people would never have no idea that you're mixed. And so you're still getting the black experience. Like they're still looking at you and seeing a nigga. Like you're still getting ostracized. You're
Yes, the
still having
neighbors
to
think I'm
deal.
selling
You're
dope.
still gonna have all the shit going with being a black person. But I think it is still a difference when you are not fully black.
Now, see, what you just said about J. Cole is why I was taken back. Because, like, Logic, if you said all that shit about Logic, shit on Logic, because Logic ain't getting, he passed for whatever. But J. Cole, like, man, J. Cole a nigga, man. Nobody looking at J. Cole thinking he got a white mama.
But then
nobody
see,
know
that's
that.
I understand what you're, and that's valid too, because they told like even in terms of like looks and like lyrics, it's like Cole's a lot more urban. I feel like he would have potentially grown up around a lot more black people, potentially. But then
Maybe, who knows?
I know maybe, but this is all from the outside looking in. But as in terms of identifying as black and like us as a collective and how the fuck we feel about whoever is trying to consider themselves black, I think
Oh, I
that
know black, Pop. I know black. I know black.
I think that's so important because it's such a different. I'm only looking at the experience. I feel like it's so different potentially having a white mom. But what do I know? Because I don't have one, and I would never like try to say that bitch. Oh no, I understand what it's like to be mixed. But like even I feel like mixed people potentially look at like darker people like in a certain way, and like I think they have their own shit.
They
That's why
do.
we cannot consider them because they're a little bit tiny piece of the problem sometimes in terms of colorism.
No facts, but what does that say for the black people who are still choosing to have like, and that's why it's such a concocted experience, right? And it's all stemming from this anti-black that people have been fed their whole lives since touching down on planet Earth. They're fed all this anti-black rhetoric.
Well, hold on.
And
I
so,
don't know
like
if
these
this, I
black
don't know if it's they've
men,
been since
these
Planet
black
Earth.
men, that's why there are white mamas of these black children. That's why
Hey, man,
there
you know
are,
what all
like,
this is, though, fool?
Let's go,
What?
Chris Blake.
All this is man, the white man fucked the world up. This shouldn't even be that hard to define.
And we got to get back to black.
Yes,
It really
Chris
shouldn't be that hard to
supremacy.
define.
That's what
I
this
know.
time is about right now.
Oh no, you
We
know
gotta
what?
get
hold
the
on. What
world
is-
back in our
define
This is
black-
progress.
Define black supremacy, Naomi.
We
That's an
need to be in
oxymoron.
charge of the earth. Like we don't
For
need
now,
to let
for
white
now, Chris
people. We don't need to let white people destroy the forests anymore. We can't let white people kill all the animals anymore. We can't let white people put all this pollution on the planet where we live anymore. Like we
Naomi,
can't
I
let.
love you, but that white man don't allow nobody to let him do any goddamn thing. When's the
Oh,
last
we
time
do it.
white men have let
Look,
them
They
I
be
didn't
mean,
have much
black?
Chris
resistance.
Blake, you're very much in the third dimension, and so I feel that, but I also know the cosmic changes that is
I don't even know what
going
the fuck
through.
that means, so it must be cool.
And ultimately, just to
It's
answer
the
your question, because like
3D.
it takes resistance. You would have to actually resist. Otherwise, that's totally how they're coming. They made that clear, bitch. Yeah, they
Oh,
grabbing their nuts
shit.
and they stomping through shit. But like, bitch, you gotta grab your nuts, bitch. We stomping too. What's good?
All right,
And
man,
like
y'all go to war, man. I'll
resistance,
see y'all on the
resistance makes
battlefield.
change. Just like the basic, like Newton's first law of
Yeah.
energy. And anything acted like object in motion will stay in motion, i.e., white people, until acted upon by an uneven force, something that's not actually rolling that same direction. So it would take resistance to like change the motion of how the shit is flowing.
Mm-hmm. Period.
Which
And
is why
Michael Jackson already told us how to start. Michael
What did
Jackson already
Michael
told us
say?
what
Hold
to
on.
do.
What did Michael say? I missed
He
that.
said he wanted to make the world a better place, so he looked in the mirror and he made a change. So, baby, you got to be the
That
change you want
nigga
to
made
see in
some
the
white
world.
kids. What the fuck?
No, but I'm just saying, period. But that goes to show black men get it
Michael
together.
left his
But
money
then
to
black
two.
men, hold on, because
Okay, I'm sorry. Go
you
ahead.
can't be counting all these half races when I feel like black men be the ones doing all this other shit. Like you're building up the half race. You're building
First
up
of
the half race.
all, hold
But
on.
what
Time
I
out.
was saying
Okay, go
was
ahead. Go ahead. I'll let
basically
you
to
run. I'm
start
gonna jump in. Let you
with
go ahead.
yourself.
Go
when the shit you want to change. Like personally for me, I'm just very much not subscribing to the system no more. So no, I don't send my son to them schools. Like they're not gonna brainwash my son. They're not gonna make him into this perfect adult that's gonna sit at a job for 8 hours a day and do whatever he's told his whole life. No, and I'm not going for that shit no more either.
And that's dope.
So
That's a black
I
boy
think
doesn't have that experience. That's so dope. That changes. That's resistance right
no,
there.
like literally, and that's where it comes from, right? Like we start to know a little better, and that way we can make it a little better for our coming generations, where shit will be set up better for them to be able to make a change. It might not fully get to where we need it to be, but we need to just assess where we at and what we want to be different, and we need to start taking active motion towards that shit.
Listen, I feel that. I love that. I
Fuck
respect
the
it.
system.
Let me play this. Hold on. Let me play this for y'all. This is from a Haitian young lady.
Okay.
We gonna get up out of. We got 10 more minutes. We gonna get up out of
I
here.
wish we would have went to that as opposed to what we just did.
I know.
That's what I
Let
was
me
hoping
play
you
this
did.
Haitian young lady. This is what
Yeah.
this Haitian young lady had to say about you American Negroes. Let's go.
No. I'm sorry. I can't do Americans. I need somebody with culture. I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture.
Keep rolling. I need somebody with culture.
Americans don't have culture.
I got culture.
We got
Like,
the culture. We are the culture.
Who
We
the
are
culture?
the culture.
That's
Globally, they know about Black Americans.
No, hold on. We not
I believe they know about Black Americans.
But you gotta remember 1804, baby. I'm the one that won my
American. We're not gonna use the word American.
Yeah, Black Americans.
I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
We are
fine,
the
but listen,
culture.
1804, I'm the reason why you have
No,
your
I hate.
independence.
That's the part I hate about
Haitians was the
Caribbean
first
people, though.
free independent country. First black free
That
independent.
ain't got nothing to do with.
See, I want to bring that up because that's what we're talking about tonight, right?
Shout
That
out
young
to
lady, if I were just to see her, I would put her under the. Typically, most people would put her just under the black umbrella.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just
That's
told
what
you right,
that's all you would see without
Yeah.
knowing, without speaking.
right.
For sure.
She's right there telling you she don't want to be under that umbrella. She's telling you, nigga, I'm Haitian, right?
Mhm.
There's a difference between her and you, Lionel. That's what she's defining it as. She just said Black Americans don't have culture. That's what
Well, I
she
hope
said.
you're not in America, lady.
Oh, make no mistake, she's in America.
You need to take that ass
No,
back
and
to
look,
Haiti. So
and-
you need to go back to your independent one nation under God, baby. Go build it. Like, don't talk shit. Don't come here and talk shit about us as if we're not doing everything like in our freaking power to grow.
Listen, I think that we're in a space where we get like Haitians, we get Jamaicans, we get a lot of different African countries, specifically Nigeria. Listen, I told y'all this on the Wednesday night show, No Strings Attached. I always had a problem with the show Insecure because the way I looked at Insecure was that was a collection, for the most part, a collection of first generation Africans making fun of the black experience. That's the way I interpreted that shit, based on the people who were acting in that particular show.
Is Issa black? I mean, African?
You fucking right. She
Yeah,
her
damn
name is
right.
Pizza, nigga.
Yeah, she ain't never had a perm or nothing. Not a piece
But
of
it is
weed.
cool that it's cool though that it's not
She
like.
ain't never had a
But Roy, but I don't think. But that's dope. Okay, but that is true because that's the part. Okay, good point, Chris Blake. But at the same time, to Roy's point, her original show, she identifies as like black girl, right? Like black girl sketch
Awkward
show.
black girl.
So like she identifies as like it's not like she's saying like Nigerian
Okay, but you know,
princess,
hold on,
Nigerian
but
queen.
watch this. You know who she married, right?
No, I really don't know anything about Issa Rae besides her name.
She
Issa
married a
Rae.
Nigerian man from Nigeria.
Well, that's beautiful.
No. The reason I bring that up is because a lot of times these people, when I say these people, I'm not saying that to like shit on nobody.
What do you mean? These
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just saying in general, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like me and Chris Blake were talking about this at the beginning of the show. Me personally, I feel like if you're somebody who wants to identify as Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Nigerian, I have no problem with that. However, what I need all those nigga privileges back. I'm gonna need all that. I'm gonna need the N-word back from y'all because that's not cultural to y'all, right? Like that's not cultural to y'all. Y'all don't. It's not a term of endearment in Nigeria to call yourself a nigga. That's our shit. So I'm gonna need all that back. I'm gonna need all our culture back. Is what I'm gonna need. If you want to listen, I like some of Cardi B's joints, but I feel like she's gone out of her way to let people know that she's not a black woman, which is fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
But she married Offset though.
Because
Yeah,
everyone loves the black guys, of course. They are gonna always tap into the black guys.
Talk that shit, Lionel. Let's go.
It's like it's about shit on being a black woman, but then definitely take the black dick. Absolutely, that's good. But like, no, woe to being a black woman, as if the black woman isn't like the whole tea. Like black women are the shit. And it's like instead of hating, like truly, like give praise, give grace, and like just keep it moving. But it's like a thing for people to absolutely try to shit on black people in the sense of like, ew, like what? No, don't do that to me. Don't put me in that box. As if that's not who the fuck y'all look up to. Come on.
Dr. Francis Cress Wilson taught us that.
Are they in Haiti putting in those lace fronts? Show me those girls.
Oh, let's go.
Show me those girls.
No, for real.
Let's go. They got
Show
them.
me those girls. Are they? I just have a genuine question. Are they doing podcasts in Haiti, or is this a Black American show that you jumped on?
There you go. You see, she got that. Listen, that's what I told.
But they have the right answer when they.
The whole way she's dressing and looking is based on black culture, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. No, the Black American woman, like, damn, mommy, that's what you're imitating, and we are it. Like what he said, like, because of course, us being the black people in America, we have more of a privilege, right? We have the privilege that still comes with being an American citizen. Like, yeah, we go through shit, but we got.
Hold on, Naomi. Now that I'm looking at her up close, let me not disrespect my black sisters. Them little weak ass baby hairs she got, that shit ain't black culture. I don't know what the fuck she doing.
But it's an attempt at. It's an attempt at. That's the thing. It's so weird how like let me not ill. Like it's like intentionally ill, push to the side, but then look just like that and kind of give that and look at like that. Imagine who she follows. She probably follows hella black women.
Both of their wigs,
that's just like
both of their wigs is some bullshit. Both of them wigs is fucked up. But go ahead, Naomi.
Yeah, it's just them like just clinging to a nationality and trying to like get their self further away from blackness, which really like all this comes back to anti-blackness.
But are there any advantages to being black though? I think that's why they don't fuck with black because there's no advantages to that shit.
I mean, to white people's eyes, I guess it would be no advantage to being black, but there would be no advantage. Like, baby, you have a soul. Let's start there, okay? You have a soul, and that's what you need to work on, okay? But we are people who have been under mass like fucking lies and assimilation and so much bullshit. Like so much bullshit was taught to us, and so we're just now getting to the point where we can unlearn that shit. Like we came into Aquarius season, and the veil is lifted. Like, if you want the true tea is out there. Like, go search that shit out. Because at the end of the day, black people to me are the original beings on this planet. Okay? Black people are the ones who could take the sun. If you're in the sun and you start cooking like bacon, You're not black. Okay, that will be my test. Let's go stand in the sun for 3 hours and
Today.
let
In today's sun.
No, for real. In this sun right now.
Yeah.
Are you dying? Or are you okay? Are you a little hot, but you're gonna be fine after some water? Like
I got sunburn the other week, so I don't appreciate
okay, Chris
that.
Blake's out of there. Bye, Chris Blake.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
I don't think you ran in the sun for like an hour and a half, Naomi. I gotta say that. If you do it, you'll be burned too, okay?
Goddamn.
No, I ain't never burned in my life.
Damn, you won't break my soul. Shout out to Beyonce.
I'm like, but I do use my my
Okay.
She got sunscreen in her. She got sunscreen in her cosmetic.
I use my sunscreen moisturizer on my face.
Let's get
look at this hypocrisy.
Man. We may need to do a part. We may need to do a part 2 of this shit next week. We'll figure that shit out. We may do a part 2, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us tomorrow, man. Y'all know on Wednesday nights we talk about relationships in the culture. So we're gonna come back Wednesday night, man, with the full panel. We're gonna get it popping for Wednesday. Hit that thumbs up button, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fly stuff, man. We definitely appreciate it. Thank y'all for rocking with the show, man. They've been putting a lot of obstacles in our way, and in the words of Maya Angelou, still we rise, goddammit. So we out here, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep doing what we do. Shout out to Chris Blake for coming through on a Tuesday as he always does. Shout out to Naomi and Lionel for pulling up.
Shout out to Roy. Shout out to Rolex Whiskey putting this shit together, keeping a dope show to get alive.
You did. We're gonna do what we do, man. We're gonna get this is the outro for Tuesday nights. Let's go.